Let's use AI and build a custom competitor rate analysis and save it to our management software for our self-storage facility. I'll simply start by prompting, let's build a competitor rate analysis and look at facilities around my locations and compare rates. I can then prompt farther and ask for things like location filters so I can view one location at a time. I can even ask for things like my current in-place rates so I can see what are my average customers paying for those same unit types, what are the street rates, what are the competitor street rates, and make sure that my pricing is competitive. Once the report is done, I'll simply save it to my CCStorage account so it's available for my management team. It'll look something like this. Going to my CCStorage account, I'll simply select Reports. I'll scroll down until I find the rate versus competitor analysis, select that report. We'll select the location we want to run it against and select Run Report. I'll then have all of the information that I prompted through AI, our current rates, our competitors' average, our percentage versus the market. I'll even have things like what are my current customers paying on average for that unit type. I can include things like bar graphs and pie charts, and then I can see my current rate listed online versus my competitor rate and make quick decisions to make sure I'm staying competitive. This is just another way we are using AI to make sure we are competing at our facilities. To learn more, head over to CCStorage.ai and find more videos on things you could be using AI for at your facility. In this video, we made a competitor rate analysis using the Claude connector with CCStorage and an AI prompt. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I made that report. We'll start off by going to our Claude account, Customize, and then to Connectors. I'll then select my CCStorage connector to make sure my permissions are set accordingly. I need to have enabled the ability to create a custom report, to run a custom report, and to update a custom report. Once I have those three permissions in place, I can start building the report. I simply went to my chat and I said, I need to make a prompt for creating a custom competitor rate analysis that compares my unit's pricing with my competitor's pricing. I need to look at 3 facilities in a 3-mile radius of each of my location's address and then display competitors' rates right next to mine. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is because you can talk to AI as if you're talking to somebody else and it understands what you're trying to do. You don't have to have a technological background. Just talk to it like you're talking to a person and it will perform the actions that you're going to ask it to do. It will understand what you're trying to accomplish and it will make the correct adjustments. It then built me this prompt that I was able to copy from here, which was going to be all of the things that I cared about that I wanted to make sure got included in this report. I copied from there and I pasted into a new chat. Once I pasted that in here, here's where I pasted my prompt, and then it built out my custom report. Again, it showed me a brief overview of the things it was going to include, some of the highlights, and then it allowed me to create it into my CCStorage account. From there were a few things I didn't like on it, and so I did go ahead and I changed the UI on the rate section, and I added another column to the us versus competitors to show my rates right next to my competitors' rates. That way I could see a quick comparison. So here's how the report actually turned out after those 2 prompts. From inside my CCStorage account, I can now select my location and select Run Report, and I'll get back my analysis. I'll see my different unit types that I have available at that location. I'll see my current rate, I'll see my competitor's average, and my percentage against the market. I can see that for all of my different unit types. I'll then see a little bit more of a breakdown of my minimum rate at each unit type, my average rate, my most common rate, as well as my maximum rate for those unit types, along with the number of leases that are currently in those units. So this gives me a very quick idea of are my rates competitive or not. I'll then see a quick bar graph that just gives me a visual in terms of the average rates for those unit types. And then I can see me versus my competitors, my location, my unit type, the competitor that it's displaying against, my rate, their rate, my percentage against them, and so much more information. If I wanted to prompt in additional columns or I wanted to see additional data, I simply go back over to the AI and I have it add an additional column. I don't have to contact my support at my software company to have them customize my reports for me. I don't have to ask them and wait for their development team to make additional columns available in these reports or to see the report somebody else cared about because they asked for it first. This tool gives me the ability to create reports and show exactly the data that I want to see, compare live data inside of my software with my competitors' live data on their website, and keep me up to date in terms of where I need to adjust rates to stay competitive. We hope videos like this inspire you to go see what you can use AI for at your self-storage facility and change the way that you're operating.